Ronaldo is fit for the game against Man City, but he's very far from being sharp, Ronaldo, isn't he? I don't know whether you watched the game last night. I watched the highlights after I did the 8 o'clock show. He had a couple of chances. Again, he looks like Ronaldo that we've seen at United this season so far. Is it a mental thing? I doubt it with a player like him. He's a mental king in relation to his mentality. Is it a fitness thing? By now, I think the lack of pre-season should be over. I think he should be coming through that now. Is it a fall-off because he's 37? And these are the questions that people need to ask. I think that with Cristiano Ronaldo, I will never write Cristiano Ronaldo off. And to coin another Gladiator phrase, you might know it well, is it over for Cristiano Ronaldo? That's not in the film Gladiator. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. It's not over for Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't feel that this is the end or the fall off that people almost want to happen. I think there are people out there that just want to say Ronaldo's fell off and he's finished, which is just... I'll never understand that. In the Ronaldo-Messi debates, my stance has always been there is no debate because we will never see players of this quality again playing together again. We may get another Messi, we may get another Ronaldo, but we will never see Messi and Ronaldo period of, Ballon d'Ors, massive goal records in La Liga, winning Champions Leagues. They are two footballers that happen to come into the game at the same time, and we've been blessed. And when they're gone, they're gone. And it saddens me that people wanted to turn it into this Messi Ronaldo thing where it gets very, very toxic. And it saddens me even more that people almost want to celebrate that Ronaldo might be finished. I've seen it with Messi as well. He's finished, he's fell off. And I'm like, what sort of bitter bastard are you then? Because I don't get it. I never wanted the Messi Ronaldo thing to fall off. I enjoyed every minute of it. And it saddens me that we are coming towards the end of that. So I don't know why people want to celebrate it when he is, without doubt, one of the greatest players to ever play this game. But I suppose it's modern society, isn't it? You put these people on a pedestal and you celebrate them for a few seconds, and then you throw tomatoes at them and try and throw them off. Just very toxic with some people, isn't it? But I have my concerns about Ronaldo, and I don't know the answer at the moment. One thing I will never do is write this GOAT of the game off. I just will not surprise me if he plays against Everton at Goodison Park and scores a hat-trick and everyone's going, sorry, we got it wrong again. I'm absolutely convinced that this is not the end of Ronaldo. It's not the fall-off of Ronaldo. And the end of Ronaldo's wrong anyway because he's been up here, and if he drops here, we'll notice it. But here is still better than most players, strikers in world football. The problem is when you're up here and you drop here, you notice it. It's like being Harry Kane and becoming Danny Ings. There's a big difference, but Danny Ings is still good. He's just not Harry Kane, and that will happen with Ronaldo. It's not finished. It's not fall off, and this is where you understand people who know about football, because you don't go from Harry Kane to retired. You go from Harry Kane to, like I say, a Danny Ings or someone like that. There's a drop off, and are we now seeing that with Ronaldo? I'm not going to say it's impossible that won't happen, because it will happen. Ronaldo's not going to retire at his peak. He hasn't retired at his peak. We've already seen that. So there will be a drop-off with Ronaldo. We've seen a drop-off from where he was 6 years ago anyway. We've seen an evolution of his game. He's not as quick as he was. He doesn't take people on as much as he used to. So there has been a change in his game, and there will be a drop-off because he's going to keep playing for as long as he can. But I don't know whether that drop-off's happened yet. KJ says it's already happened with Ronaldo. He's just hanging on. And DG says his human body is in decline. But what does that mean for Manchester United? Because if you watch Ronaldo at the moment and you watched him for Portugal last night, you will know that is not the Ronaldo of last season. Now, I heard somebody saying, well, the thing about Ronaldo last season, he was stat padding. He was this shit last year. And I'm like, oh my God. These are just the people who just want to hate the world. He was stat padding last year. Did you see the goals against Spurs, the hat-tricks? Did you see the goal against Atalanta? He ain't doing that at the moment. So he wasn't stat padding last year. He's not doing that. To me, he's not capable of scoring some of the goals he was scoring last season at the moment. He is not at that level. Now, my theory is that it is about disappointment that he didn't get the move. It is about sharpness that he didn't get pre-season. But this next 4 weeks are huge. If we, at the start of November, are still having this conversation, then I think you've got to have the conversation that there has been a drop-off in his abilities. Now, maybe that's self-inflicted, because at 37, should he have skipped pre-season for whatever reason? Now, I don't think he skipped it deliberately, but at 37, can you afford not to be on that pre-season like he was? I don't know whether your body can recover from that at 37 as quick as you would do at 27. So I do think that, in my opinion, there is still this Ronaldo that's going to do something and everyone's going to go, yeah, I got it wrong. But I also think that it is time to worry a little bit, because time is not on his side. I saw a great quote last night: Father Time waits for no one, Father Time's undefeated. And it's true. Time will defeat us all. We all won't be here in 100 years. Whether we like that or not, we won't. Unless some miracle happens, we won't be. Father Time is undefeated. And you know, that makes you feel quite sad. But Ronaldo will drop off at some point. It might be now. It might be in 3 years. You know, he might play till he's 50. It's very unlikely, but at some point he will drop off. My concern is from a Manchester United point of view. Manchester derby on Sunday, the concerns we've just spoken about Martial and Rashford, and Ronaldo's not playing particularly well either. So it is a bit of a problem, but I think the next month is pivotal. I've got no problem with people who want to say, in my opinion, he's fell off in the sense that he's not what he was last year and his body's just starting to decline. I can deal with that. I can't deal with the whole Ronaldo is shit and finished. I think it's just massively disrespectful to the sport that we love. I mean, how can you not appreciate and respect Ronaldo, but appreciate and respect football? It's just weird to me. But I'm still clinging on, and I might be completely wrong on this. I'm going to put my, not putting my reputation on the line. No need to do that. But I am going to say, I don't think it's decline. I just think it's a combination of things, and I think it's a combination of not having a pre-season, not being the main man at Man United, let's be honest, not wanting to even be at Man United this season, and also probably, if I'm being absolutely harsh, there's probably a fitness plan that Ronaldo's got to be absolutely peak for the World Cup. And I think there's a few players doing that. I'm not saying that Declan Rice is doing it, but I don't think Declan Rice is anywhere near his normal game. I think there's a few players at the moment, and I completely understand this, that are not committing 100% because they're worried about getting injured for the World Cup. Because you're in that danger zone now. We are, 6 weeks away from the start of the World Cup. You pick up a major injury, like a major tear hamstring or something like that, or a groin, you're out of the World Cup, and the World Cup's massive. So I think that there are some players, understandably at the moment, that are just being a little bit careful, and therefore it might be impacting their game.